Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most bizarre and morally questionable experiments in U.S. intelligence history. Operation Midnight Climax. A secret CIA project that combined sex, drugs, and espionage, this operation was part of the larger MKUltra program aimed at exploring mind control and manipulation. But the methods used were as shocking as the goals, involving prostitutes, unwitting victims, and surveillance from behind two-way mirrors. In this episode, we'll uncover the dark details of Operation Midnight Climax, how it operated, and the disturbing legacy it left behind. Let's get started. What was Operation Midnight Climax? Operation Midnight Climax began in the 1950s as a covert branch of MKUltra, the CIA's infamous mind control program. The goal was to study the effects of LSD and other psychoactive drugs on unwitting individuals, with a focus on finding ways to extract information, influence behavior, and create disoriented states of mind. To achieve this, the CIA set up safe houses in San Francisco and New York City, disguising them as brothels. Prostitutes, secretly on the CIA payroll, lured unsuspecting men to these locations, where their drinks were spiked with LSD. Meanwhile, CIA agents observed the interactions from behind two-way mirrors, recording the effects and collecting intelligence. The dirty tactics of Operation Midnight Climax. Drugging without consent. Perhaps the most disturbing aspect was that none of the victims knew they were part of an experiment. The CIA believed that testing on unwitting subjects would provide the most authentic data, disregarding the ethical and legal violations involved. Sex as a weapon. The operation relied heavily on the use of prostitutes, reflecting the CIA's belief that sexual situations created vulnerabilities ideal for extracting information. This exploitation turned private encounters into intelligence experiments, stripping individuals of their rights. Total surveillance. Each safe house was rigged with recording devices, cameras, and mirrors, transforming intimate settings into spying arenas. CIA agents often watched while drinking cocktails, treating the experiments more like entertainment than serious research. Blackmail and entrapment. Some reports suggest that the CIA may have used the recordings to blackmail or manipulate individuals in positions of power, creating further layers of covert control. Why it was dirty. Operation Midnight Climax stands as a shocking violation of privacy and human rights. The CIA not only drugged and manipulated ordinary citizens, but it also blurred the lines between intelligence gathering and outright abuse. The program's methods exploited vulnerable populations and disregarded any notion of informed consent. Additionally, the operation highlights the unchecked power intelligence agencies had during the Cold War era, as the pursuit of psychological dominance justified almost any action, no matter how extreme or immoral. Exposure and fallout. Operation Midnight Climax, along with the broader MKUltra program, was eventually exposed in the 1970s, following a series of investigations led by the Church Committee. The revelations caused public outrage, leading to new regulations on intelligence agencies and their covert activities. However, many of the records were destroyed by the CIA, leaving significant gaps in the full scope of the project. Survivors of the experiments were left without compensation or acknowledgement, and many never knew they had been part of a government operation. The legacy of Operation Midnight Climax. Despite its exposure, the legacy of Operation Midnight Climax serves as a stark reminder of how far governments are willing to go in the name of national security and scientific curiosity. It remains a textbook case of government overreach, ethical lapses, and the dangers of unchecked surveillance. The operation's disturbing combination of sexual manipulation, drug experimentation, and psychological control continues to fuel debates about the limits of intelligence agencies and the protection of individual freedoms. Operation Midnight Climax is a dark chapter in CIA history, shedding light on the extreme measures taken during the Cold War. While the project aimed to enhance national security, it did so at the expense of basic human rights and morality. If you found this exploration into covert CIA experiments fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into history's hidden operations. Let us know in the comments if there are other secret projects you'd like us to cover. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.